Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nerds to Human, and welcome back to our King Arthur campaign. You joined me outside of Memphis, where last time, of course, we captured the town. And actually, we should probably be renaming it, shouldn't we? So it should be the new town of Urien. And marvellous stuff that we will capture it in your name, sir. Don't worry, the annals will remember you now. But they may not remember you living for much longer, because there is another army coming. I can see plenty of Ferris bowmen, which we find very tricky to take care of. Most many war elephants, which are, yeah, a sight unusual to see. So we'll see where this goes next time. Not sure it's necessarily going to end well for us. Of course, we do have Kunfoy over here to help as well, but he's a little bit of a coward as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, he seems to be very good at charging in at stupid times and almost getting himself killed. He's not yet got himself killed, but near enough as far as I'm concerned. And of course he actually sat out one of the battles where we needed him, so he's a bit of a strange character. I'm not sure I really trust him. Nonetheless, we do have ourselves a bit of Egypt now, and if we can hold off these guys, it's just scraps that seem to be pouring in this direction. So probably get this spy here, send him down towards Thebes. Doesn't look like there's anything there, but they have trained another unit since last time, so must be wary that we can't take too much time. Oh yes, over here we do have ourselves some reinforcements. I sent some reinforcements from Elwood over here. He has sent some infantry to come and help us out. I think we're going to want some extra men when it comes to our good old invasion of Greece. We sent a little spy. These 10 mercenary peltasts are just going to pretend they're not part of my force. Ignore the fact they're sitting on this boat over here. Better go and finish these guys off, actually. Looks like we can go and do that. So they have been sunk. Marvellous. We might just distract them, make sure they can't take us out. We've actually got a few ships around here. We've been clearing off all sorts of Roman fleets. So hopefully we're going to be able to launch that attack into Greece before long, just to put the pressure back on the Scipiones. Oh yes, and of course last time we took Sardinia and Corsica. The great city of Hoel will now be under our control. But don't know if you watch Towers, of course. The sacking of the city here meant that we had a bit of money. I have already invested that. Don't worry. I don't want anyone to see a big pile of money over here. No. We will do absolutely fine. So we'll clear off another ship here, and I think we'll try and figure out what we're doing for today, because of course we do need to go and deal with the odd bits and pieces. There's this chap up in the north here, and of course we do have the small thing of getting on with our invasion of Rome. Oh yes, well, we seem to have cleared off the Briton Scipiones reinforcements from down here. They don't seem too interested in helping out anymore, so I think it's time to go grab our lovely little chariot army to go deal with them. Further up in the north, of course, we have the Germans under siege, another chariot army. We love those, slowly chunking down Vicus Marcio Manni, and we're going to have to claim that one for ourselves. Now, the thing is, Urien can't really have a second city named after him. I don't think he's quite Bedivere. We've Bedivere the second over here, but I don't know. I feel like we could maybe have something different, so I'm open to suggestions for the name of that town. Oh yes, I had some lovely rebel dealing forces over there sorting out bits and bobs, but most of the empire is pretty chill, you can see here. A lot of the investments I've been putting in recently meant that the public order has settled down from when we changed the capital over here to Bedivere. Lovely stuff, of course, but Rome is very much in our sights, albeit I want to take out these rebels. So I'm going to give Arthur a bit of a run out. We haven't really used him recently. Get into these guys, clear them out. Lovely stuff. They're a bit of match practice for you, sir. Glorious stuff. Get back in the city. Next turn, then, I think we will organise our forces, and we're finally going to head in to smash their armies. The aptly named Captain Tertius is coming in for what is obviously the third attack on this position over here. Of course, though, we did lose our dear old Bedivere last turn, so it is now down to Ufa. Well, a fair deputy, in fairness. He's got +3 to morale, I believe, between his various traits here. Untouched by fear, bloody and famous warrior, all grand, confident in defence already, and with some other good traits here. Yeah, he's looking very good. At 19 years of age, his 6 command really just spread over various different attributes, which is marvellous indeed. He's got himself quite a lot of dogs, so a bit of the dog division over here. We should probably send a dog army in at some point. That could be a lot of fun. I look forward to that nonsense. Right, into this battle then. Almost even numbers. It says a ratio 1-to-1. Honestly, I think we'll be absolutely fine. They do have some archer auxilia. I don't like those. I don't like it when the Romans start using some actual bowmen. But to be honest, it's all of what, one unit essentially, one and a tiny bit. Otherwise, it is a leaderless, rudderless force. I reckon we'll be able to tear it apart. Not a lot of chariots, but I'm sure we can still do the job. We have ourselves a lovely piece of topography here to help us today. So this rock is our ally. We're going to make the most of that. Obviously, slingers at the front, a load of chosen swordsmen. We do have the Illyrian mercenaries, so can't argue with those chaps. They can throw a few javelins. Slight incline around the rock, of course. Swordsmen covering the flanks. Lots of dogs. We need to be using those dogs because whilst we do have a sizable force here, actually, with 15 druids, load these chaps, which are quite low numbers, and a pile of dogs. Actually, we don't have that much when it comes to the infantry lines, so we have to be careful that we don't get wrapped up by accident here. So we're going to get these chariots out. Sadly, no tree cover. So my cataphracts sitting back here. Actually, could they hide in this tiny, tiny wood? I hope so. I'm going to go see if they can hide back there. That might be fun if they can. So go and sit yourself in that position. Maybe they'll ignore you for a little bit. Yep, you're hiding. You, sir, you hiding as well? Technically not. Okay, that's fine. You come over here and you join them. Oh, it looks like they were. All is good. So, we're going to get our chariots in over here. Hopefully they'll forget that these guys exist. And we'll sit there in a lovely, lovely hiding position. Just going to have a right good charge at these archer auxilia. Nice and early on, but pull straight out of there, lads, because I do not want you in, prolonged combat. Get out of there. You really don't seem to get this, do you? Pull out before you break. Good. They vaguely listened for once. Right, the archer auxilia are broken. Let's go and get the ballistas. Otherwise, we're going to just let them come towards us, but I would like to go take out those couple range units just to start us off. Makes life a bit easier. Lovely old Welite gladiators here. They're going to get chopped down. Oh, they're flying. That is good to see. Right, a few units gone early doors is a good thing for us. They actually haven't broken here, so maybe go and swing over to the archers. Yeah, there we go. Often when you pull out, that's when they break, because you start sort of moving very quickly again. They don't like that. Where are they going, by the way? They're going to go try and hunt down my cataphracts who they feel have hidden somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, on the whole, it's a good start. We've chopped up a few of the stragglers here or there, and they really don't know what to do with their formation right now. Another random unit isolated over there, so that's, yep, through the smoke of the chariot wheels, thundering across the plain here. They are scythed down. Lovely stuff, but still, I don't really know where they're going. Apparently to try and flank the rock? Who knows at this point? Just going to keep on picking off the units who've got themselves isolated. Quite frankly, it's funny. Considering my cataphracts are hidden, they're doing an awfully good job of approaching that particular angle, aren't they? Very interesting indeed. I should probably shift this line around a little bit, which might be awkward because of the rock. So thank you, computer, just for making my life awkward. With a quick reshuffle then, we might have a few problems because they are now running in at us. Okay, we've got the chariots here at the flank. You can probably cause some chaos momentarily, so you just be careful about how this all goes. Let's get all of these infantry guys to start their chants. Lovely stuff. You guys are supposed to be on skirmish mode, so you're just going to let yourself get hit? No? Yes, they are. Yes, they totally are. Right, both of these guys are utter fools. We'll get them out to the flank, and we'll clear them out in good time. Right, just charge into those early legionary cohort. We'll be absolutely fine. These guys can throw in their javelins, those Praetorians. In fact, we need you to get around the back now and start dealing with this. You guys probably should have come out a tiny bit before now. But yes, they've instantly reacted because the computer sometimes has amazing brains. This is, though, good time to start sending out the war dogs. So if I just grab all of you guys, we are going to send you in to battle. Which dog have I missed? This one over here. Good. Right, send all the dogs in. We'll be absolutely fine. The slingers are being killed by those chaps, which is a bit of a shame. But I reckon we're in a good position here, actually. Get these guys to start charging in onto them. They have caught up with those cataphracts, and I don't actually want to be stuck in a prolonged battle. There goes the general. There goes their general. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. Cadfax into them. These guys turn around, complete the sandwich, and I don't think they're going to be very happy at all. Our dogs are gnawing away at those legionary cohorts. Can I get my chariots just to start chasing down? At this point, honestly, your job is much more about that than anything else. Who is actually not broken is actually that legionary cohort being eaten by the dogs. So, I would say at this point, infantry, go and help the dogs out, clear them out, and the Cadfax have worked together very nicely there. Almost no losses. Grand stuff. Slingers have proven themselves to be utterly useless, as you might imagine. But they didn't even manage to skirmish properly, which is quite ridiculous considering that is their one and only job. So, chariots, make sure you mop up whatever's going. Don't really want them getting away. They look quite far away, but you might be able to catch them yet. So, run, 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 run. Cadfax can likewise join the party, but honestly, the dogs, well, they're not the best at chasing down. They do a good job of picking up the odd little straggler here or there. So, nice victory for us there. Uther's done himself a grand old job, living up to our original faction leader, of course. 12% loss to 80% of theirs. That was actually very well fought, as it turned out, because that could have been awkward, but we made it work very well for us. Chariots could have been slightly more destructive, but in the end, they pretty much broken by the time that happened. So, we'll get everyone in, finish them off, and we'll head back to the campaign map. Cool, those lucky blighters just made it across the line there. These ones not quite so lucky, apart from Steve. No, yes, but the dogs are technically still chasing them. They might just get away. Heroic victory for Uther of Bravaricum there, of Brookhaven even, I should say. Not really any experience getting upon the slingers who are dead. Frankly, they don't deserve any of it. All they had to learn was to run away. That's why I left skirmish mode on. There we go. Well, it looks like we're going to lose whatever battle this is. Heroic victory! Magnificent stuff. These guys aren't going to fare so well. So we'll use it as a scout to see what the troops are. So we have Marcus Manius the Mad even, who is absolutely ridiculous by all accounts. He's a drill master, so that's all right. Survivor, a bit paranoid. Yeah, he's clearly been attempted to be assassinated many times. Exceptional ambush. You don't see exceptional very often. Unhinged loon. Wow, this guy has some interesting things. Reverend though does add to his morale. Interesting mix of things here. Very interesting mix indeed. Okay, we'll just withdraw out of that. I'm sure they'll get themselves slaughtered anyway, but this way we can see what's in Sparta's. Luca Julianus, who equally has a stupid amount of experience on him. Blatant adulterer. Okay, Drill Master, but being in the wars. Odd mix, but there we go. Vanquisher, a bit paranoid, blah 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 blah. Chancer. Okay, very interesting mix from these two guys here. At the fight, we'll see we did 6 kills. Well done, lads. Well done indeed. Yeah, and unsurprisingly, the Egyptians put us under siege. We can't get on with Italy. Darn Egyptians getting in the way. Right, betrothed to Boudica. Frankly, you're not very interesting, so I'm not bothered about that. Coming of age, Mordred. Mordred of Glaver has come of age. He's rather lazy, but fertile, publicly loyal, and superior builder. Oh well, actually, to be fair, 3 out of 4 are good, just rather lazy. Maybe he's not going to be someone to look after the town. That's fine. We can leave presumably your older brother here. Not an interesting option here. Betrothed to Boudica. Again, we're going to have to reject you. How old is young Boudica at this point? Worth bearing that in mind. That's young Morgana. I think Boudica's this end of the family tree. So, oh, she's 28. Yeah, she does probably need to get married then. I thought she was a lot younger. I think I said she was 14 last episode. That was a long time ago now. Igurna and Morphid. Yeah, we probably need to start accepting some of these marriage proposals. There's a huge amount of girls. The game obviously thinks I have enough men. I don't think I do, actually. Quite frankly, I have tons of empty settlements, albeit I do have a lot of my generals in one area of the map right now. Tons and tons of sons over here from Mordred of Verulanium. Interesting stuff, yes. Good old Mordred of St. Albans. He's obviously sitting there in North Italy at the moment, so I'll let him get on with that. Yeah, Arthur's still going to get 1 child, and Igurna is down to, well, she's at 36 now, so not sure if she'll pump out too many. Pump out, that's a terrible choice of phrase. Not sure if she'll have too many more children at this point, but we'll see about that. Maybe we'll get lucky. In case you're not aware, Igurna's actually Arthur's mother, I think. Is that? I think that's the case anyway. So he's doing a bit of an Oedipus thing here, but it's all fine. Good old Hengist will grow up. I'm sure he'll be perfectly normal. All is grand. And yeah, it's time to bring together that army. And I think the first one, of course, needs to be Excalibur over here. Now, Kai, to be honest, I think we'll leave him behind for now. We will go into this kind of a position. Bring Arthur forward. And we'll see what damage we can cause with these guys. This could be very fun indeed. Now, I could attack here, which would be a true test of just how ridiculous the chariot armies are going to be. Because I think at this point, I might want more heavy chariots if I'm going to be doing this. Yeah, I think at this point we need to bear in mind that the chariots are going to have to take on 3 armies here. We've got the forces of Rome, forces outside for both of these forces. So this could be very interesting indeed. But I think this is really the true test for Arthur here. If he's the real Arthur, he'll be able to come through this battle. It might need to be a kind of a, you know, a sensible retreat at some point. I don't know about that. We'll get a proper army built up behind him. Should we get him led by the madness that is Kai? No, I think Mordred can lead the army. Mordred's a little bit more sensible. He's been in the wars. He's got rude health. So he should be able to take a slightly more of a hit. So if we organise the best forces we've got, to be honest, they're not very experienced, are they, over here? But we do have some good training on these chaps. So Kai over there. These are just the odd lads here. Are there? Perfect. You go and join. So we've got 4 of you. To be honest, I think you'd much rather have his experienced swordsman and these experienced word warriors. At least experience is worth it. So we'll grab those. A couple head hurlers. Do we have any better experience? No, these are the best ones. Any over here? Nothing too extreme. So we'll grab these 2. That's not too bad. We don't have any druids yet, so 13 will have to do. That's all we've actually got, at least until we train some more. In terms of dogs, what do we have? 3 experience, 3 experience. We'll grab those. I do like the dogs. 3 of them will probably be about the right amount, to be fair. A couple of cataphracts. Those guys have some experience on them. Lovely stuff. And then we'll use whatever of these guys we've got left. Honestly, not as many as I might otherwise like. You're going to ruin the order now. You have indeed. 1 more heavy chariot. To be honest, I can't really make it because obviously I just sent the spare one down here. So you know what? Just another standard chariot will do for the moment. And there we are. We have the follow-up army. He's pretty darn solid. Kai can go and grab himself another force. I'm sure we're pretty darn good, all things considered, because, yeah, we've got plenty of good troops still hanging around. These swordsmen can come and bolster those numbers, whilst we do have a decent few units of head hurlers. Good stuff. And otherwise, what do we have? Let's have a 3rd head hurler. They're always good fun in their army. And otherwise, yeah, grab those chariots. Grab the dogs. Have a 3rd dog, Kai. I'm sure you love them. And all the chariots in the world. Good. Good, 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 good. Right. That was a mistake. You're supposed to go in the town, sir. Lovely. We might just start moving some of these guys along just to keep people happy. So there we are. Armenia will turn down the tax rate. We've got ourselves 3 armies. The chariot army of Doom. That's probably the correct end to that title for that army. Kai, shame we can't name them on this, but there we are. We've got Kai's army, the 3rd army, of course, Mordred back here. So we will see if and what they can do. It'll be very interesting indeed. Now, we've got ourselves 90% chance of killing a family member every time. Go for it. Lop their head off. I must say though, this army, we keep on taking some knocks. I do kind of like the position we're in though, so I might just do a bit of merging. And yes, we need to go and get those chariots dealt with. We're running out of chariots, so dogs, more dogs for the army. Can we send these guys over here? That'd be lovely. Thank you very much. I could do with the reinforcements. So can we get anyone else to come and join us? Yes, we can get some bit more infantry. Okay, all the dogs in the world, slightly less cav, but we'll be fine, I'm sure. It's all good. It is all good. So, elsewhere in the Empire, the Scipiones do have a bit of a force here, which is annoying because I want to go and send my force off. So if I clear those out first, it probably would be fairly simple, just a case of chariots scaring them to death. Over in Gwaine City, we can finally get heavy chariots, so we'll be getting on those pretty darn soon. Let's get some retraining done for our men. Lovely, that's the whole stack built up. But, yeah, reinforcements here coming for Egypt, and it could be problematic. Nubian spearmen are pretty weak, actually. Phalanxes, must bear that in mind, but they are just the basic lads. So if we're sensible, we should be able to defeat them. But of course, any phalanx is normally a bit of an awkward battle for us. Might be a case, actually, of you getting some of your reinforcements in. Some of these peasants I'd rather weren't involved at this point, but sadly they are going to be stuck in the battle. You know what, sir? You can try and show off your skills here. Bring the reinforcements, and they can hang out over there. You know what, we'll bring them along as well. Gwaine City won't be happy, but you know what, it never is. So that's absolutely fine. Okay, we will have those reinforcements to help us out. I think we will get over to that battle, but I really would like to go and head into Rome at this point. At least the outskirts. I suspect what will happen here is we will, might have to do a bit of a tactical withdrawal. We'll see about that, because chariots are completely ludicrous, as we know. It's a good chance this army, which is pretty much their start army, all with their experience, good chance we can tear them to shreds, but the experience might just mean that they can defend. We'll have to see about that. So let's just try and find which units are inexperienced. We'll have to have a little peek of that on the battlefield and then choose their weak point. Obviously reinforcements over here as well. So into these guys, it says we've got a 1-to-3 ratio. After the clear, he likes those odds. Okay, we've already seen that army, a few pigs, not worrying for us. Captain Asinius apparently can't see his army, which is a bit ridiculous, but there we are. Manius Maxentius, he is an interesting one. How are you in terms of morale? In rude health, that's annoying, but not the end of the world. Ex-consul flexible faction leader. Okay, nothing for morale. Nothing good or bad, but the other two are just captain armies. In fact, I've just realised he's the only leader. We can make... We just need to kill Manius Maxentius. That changes this battle... that changes this battle completely. Oh yes, right. We're going to take out this main force as much as we can, but Manius Maxentius, sir, you could very easily go down here and Rome will just collapse to us. It will just flip to anarchy. That is the way things have to go, I think. All right. Right. Into Rome. We've assassinated the rest of their leaders, and if we can just pick off Manius Maxentius here with a good old scythe charge, I think that'll be it. Let's head in. This could be glorious indeed. There she is, the Eternal City herself, and there is the leader we need to take out. This could be glorious indeed. They have themselves all sorts of silly light skirmishes at the front, and that could be hilarious fun for us, especially if we're able just to charge them out. So what have we got here? We can't actually quite see what they are yet. We're not close enough. So I think what we're going to do, we are just going to grab all of our chariots here, and we are just going to send them flying in to all of this. We're probably going to focus slightly more actually on this end of the battlefield. Just tear into them all. Try and get a few routes on the other side as well. That'll be lovely. And then we'll hopefully just be able to wrap them up. It normally works best if you pile into one particular flank. I'm going to send these chariots over to this flank just to make sure we are doing our best. And the three generals, all of you pile into this end as well. We are going to absolutely rip these guys a new one. It is going to be magnificent. Come on, thunder in. I missed one of the chariots. In fact, all of you guys just go for these chaps over here. Get into them. This is going to be grand. Hit these chaps. Come on. Oh, here comes the Roman army. This is a way that I've very rarely done this particular battle, but we are going to pile in the chariots. And look, they've immediately completely collapsed. This is the free experience. Amazing Roman army that the game starts with. They're supposed to be a tough proposition. And look, the entire thing is melting. It's melting. Oh, they are a startled goat and they are being ripped to shreds. The army back there doesn't know what to do. They are all fleeing. Instantaneously, they are all fleeing. And these guys don't even know what to do because they've entered the battlefield and nonsense is occurring. They are, though, shooting down their chariots. So I'm just going to send these guys out here. We need them to get just far enough into this battlefield to go and clear them out. I tell you what we need to do at this point. We need to go and snuff out the light of this faction. Everyone into the Roman armoured general. We're going to clear him out and that will be everything done. Oh, this is going to be magnificent. We're going to walk into the town from this. There will be a few men who escape. I am absolutely sure of that. But yeah, the light chariots get into their legionary cav. I'm sure you'll tear them up together. Look at this. He doesn't know what's happening. The town's over there. We're standing between him and the Eternal City and he's not going to make it home. There's the one last charge for the Romans, but King Arthur is coming in to clear out his corpse. Oh, this is just magnificent stuff. He's going to hold for a little bit, but I don't think it's going to end well for him here. It's just a charge of utter panic and glory. Is this the faction dead? I think this is the faction dead. And if a random little rock, he's gone. If a random rock goes and kills Arthur now, I'm going to be livid. I'm going to be absolutely livid as a goose. I'm not going to be having it. But this is just spectacular. You tell me that chariots aren't the best thing on this game, ladies and gents. You try and convince me because nothing has ever been better than this battle right here, right now. Right, all the rest of you, go and hunt down the onagers. They're barely into the field, but they are not going to get out of here. I will not have them try and clear me out. I'm not very pleased with them. I don't want a random rock to kill me at any point. That will be the worst thing I can imagine. It'll be if Arthur dies in this, then fine. Because, of course, he doesn't actually survive till old age in the old story, but there is an awful lot still to be done here. There is one last army to clear out. The game said we had no chance. I thought we of course had every chance. What are we doing at this point? We're just chasing people off the field. Can we just try and grab everyone and just vaguely reorganise for one last charge? Generals likewise pull back. We're going to go and organise ourselves. These are the light chariots being utter suicidal fools. I think they're charging after the auxilia. In fact, to be honest, guys, if you're just going to charge, just charge through to their chaps back there. That'll be lovely. Those guys are going to escape because we've let them get away. Bit of a shame that. But at this point, if we charge everyone in, I'm pretty sure we can clear them out. We have ourselves General back here. Blow the horn of destiny, sir. Blow the horn. I'm not sure he actually pulls back and gallops on this particular occasion. There is Arthur. He's piling in himself. He is ready to do this thing. Lovely stuff. So let's get our men over to this unit over here. Come on, Arthur. Pull yourself out to the flank. That'll be lovely. And yeah, let's grab our three generals, shall we? Because I want them to be doing the flanking manoeuvre. Lovely stuff. In fact, go and take out those Astarte. We need to go and take them out of this battle. Don't think they're going to last too long here, but you never know. Sometimes they are slightly insane and they want to stand and fight against this kind of nonsense. This is possibly the best thing that has ever happened in Rome Total War. I mean, to be honest, there are sort of odd units here or there that have got isolated. We should probably go and get Arthur out of that just in case he does something stupid at this point and dies to a terrible Hastati unit. But apart from the odd route here or there, we are doing very well. Let's just try and get stock of what's going on. Let's just grab you three. Just tell you to hunt those guys down. You hunt those guys down. You hunt down them. You hunt down them. And you two guys take out those chaps. Lovely stuff. Right. that is a random unit of heavy chariots who can come and help me out. They finally cleared out those chaps. Where actually is King Arthur at this point? He's over there. Probably, sir. Go and take out the onager because it is a bit of a threat. It's the only thing that's going to hurt you at this stage. So better go and make sure it falls out of the battle. These guys have definitely escaped, haven't they? They have indeed, but the faction's gone. This is the rebels now. This is all that's left of Rome, and one fell swoop has completely slaughtered everything. Yeah, obviously what survives is just going to turn into rebel. The Eternal City, sitting there peeking over the hill, will soon be a possession of the mighty Britons and King Arthur. This is why he was the true Arthur. He doesn't even have Excalibur yet. Think of what he can succeed and achieve in his life. To be fair, Excalibur seems like it doesn't even exist at this point. We are never picking up Swordbearer at any point, are we? Although he has done a bit of killing today. He might actually pick it up in this exact battle if we're lucky. So who knows? Who knows? Here we go, heroic victory. That's absolutely magnificent. Arthur the Killer, I mean, after this battle, that can't really be argued. There are, what, about 250 men remaining after all of that nonsense? Ridiculous. Inflicted 170 kills. So it's a chance Arthur killed the 8 or so he needs to go and get the sword. It's still about a 30% chance even when he does that. So we are British Heavy Chariots. This one took up 279. Well done, sir. Well done indeed. 194 from good old Excalibur back there. Love it. I love it. Learn to obey before you command. Well, so look, Rome is empty. And there we go. The faction technically hasn't been destroyed at this point, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm tempted to let it end a turn and just see what happens. Surely the faction should be dead. I got an Eagle of Rome. I didn't notice that. So he's now got himself an Eagle Taker. Oh, that is lovely, lovely stuff. Right, the Senate capital is right here. Why do they have an army somewhere? Why is it not collapsed? I don't know. I'm just gonna make a quick save and just see if something odd's happened. Okay, just going to press end turn for a moment just to see what goes on here for a moment, because presumably Rome should just fall. Unless they have a general wandering around somewhere. Apparently we lost all the battles in the world. We're actually ready to end our turn yet. Thank you very much, guys. Come on, let us get to it. We'll just withdraw. We'll lose all the battles in the world. Aha. Even on auto-resolve, we're still winning that battle. So, apparently Rome exists? Why does Rome exist? This is very strange indeed. Somewhere presumably there's a general. I don't know. Very strange, very strange. I'm just going to send out a load of random units just to go and scout the situation. We'll reload and we'll just walk into the city in a moment, but I just don't quite know what's gone on here. Come on, nowhere? Not hiding in the forest? No? None at all? Where are they? I don't know. This is very strange indeed. Right, just go and take them out. Apparently we won just about. Still no sign of the Roman Senate. I honestly have very little idea what's going on at this point. But, you know, they don't seem to be dead. I'm very confused. Anyway, no matter where they are, I'm pretty sure I've looked through these forests at this point. There's not really any other forest to look into. They seem to still exist. I'm not sure why. I was expecting them to collapse, but there we are. The Eagle of Rome has been captured. And I'll reload and we'll just walk in. Alright then, back to the old reality and straight into Rome. Exterminate the place and faction destroyed. Maybe they're on a boat somewhere. I don't really know what happened, but for some reason the game didn't kill them. And yes, they have gone to their ignoble and ugly ancestors. Let the dead trouble us no more. Indeed. So, we lost so little in that battle. That was unbelievably hilarious. I really should have made sure the Foundry actually gave us upgraded version of chariots, because I think that's only fair actually, because we can obviously already get them, so the Foundry really just upgrades the weapons. But oh well, not the end of the world. That was, I mean, if you're expecting a series of huge battles against Rome to go and capture Rome, then no. You truly didn't have the faith in the chariots that you should by this point. That was absolutely ludicrous and I loved it. The light chariots, to be fair, got a bit slaughtered, partly because They are very much the light guys, but mainly I think because yeah, sadly I did send them charging after the cavalry auxiliary that got themselves killed. It was why originally they were just there to do a bit of picking from the side of the field. For the killer, I still feel like he deserves a slightly more fitting epithet than that, but we'll work on it as we start moving forward. Of course, these armies are ready to start sort of moving on, so we'll grab those, we'll start heading that direction. Of course, with all this money, we do want to go and get a few things sorted out. So, a few more troops, particularly just some holding men over here. Now, you're pretty bad at ruling this city, but I could probably, yeah, get a few people spread out here or there. There we are, the Juliais have been killed as well, of course. So, yeah, quite a lot of Roman corpses at the in the last episode or two, which is good fun. Which of the shrines? Yes, of course, when you play as the Roman Senate, they actually don't have any shrines. So I would suggest if you are going to play as the Roman Senate at any point, do go and add into the buildings file. I can't recall what it is, if it's export_buildings or Desca blah blah blah. But yes, if you go watch the video on how to edit the building stuff, then you should probably go and add a couple of the temples in for the Roman Senate, because otherwise you're going to have huge problems. It does mean though that we've got an open slate, or an open slate, a clear slate, a slatey slate to go and sort this out. So what do I want? Druids, tradable goods, blah 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 blah. There's actually like no tradable goods in Rome at all. It's actually terrible. I only noticed this recently. There's no tradable goods in this region whatsoever. We all act as if it's brilliant and it's completely average and blah. To be honest with you, experience gained +3. We've got ourselves incredibly built up troop production here. So Andrasta probably would be a good thing. I don't think I actually build Andrasta nearly enough. You can see here of all these non-experienced chosen swordsmen. I really should be going for that one a little bit more often. So, high tax rate, still got about 7,500 there, so they are looking fairly strong. But it's probably time to make sure that we do a little bit of investment around the Empire. Farms +2 wouldn't be a bad thing. Finishing the Temple to Andrasta wouldn't be a terrible idea. We've got ourselves more heavy chariots moving down from Montagatium over here, which just loves pumping out the troops. I tend to use Warband, by the way, just to hold in terms of sheer numbers helps the garrison. So I just find Warband's a very cost-effective way of looking after your cities. You, sir, head back to town. I don't know how you've ended up far enough away in one turn where you couldn't get back, but apparently you did. Yeah, you can see there, these chariot armies had to be a lot more careful when we took on armies of phalanxes. But yeah, against Romans with no phalanxes, that was just pure slaughter. And I think, honestly, Arthur's just going to continue in a similar vein, just continue to plough on through Italy this way. It's going to be a magnificent thing indeed. But we did see at the end turn there, when I just pressed it prematurely, that we are going to struggle with a few of these boat encounters. Best, I think, to go and get some of these forces together and try and clear them out. Because right now they potentially have some boats to come and kill us with. So let's go and clear out the stragglers here, and then we'll go and move these boats somewhere closer to being together. Okay, and everyone howl, we are quite happy, but I will go put my traditional watchtower down in the corners of the island here. Lovely stuff. Right, good vision across the seas at this point. Shame in many ways this is Spanish, because now I can't take it. Wouldn't mind getting that. It's actually a very rich little island. So have marble and a bit of, is that going to be wine or olive oil? I actually can't remember which one's which. Wine by the looks of it. Marvellous stuff. Now, yeah, we need the investment across the empire at this point. So farms wouldn't be the worst plan. Leventown, probably a stonewall wouldn't be a bad idea. Bit of happiness, of course, with my little edit. But a bit more like Barbarian Invasion on that particular occasion. And otherwise, things are actually fairly chill most of the Empire, but we'll get ourselves the odd building here or there. Stockade that we got rid of a few turns back. We'll let that happen. And frankly, we'll have the Bardic Circle there because, sod it, no one's looking after the town anyway. It's all good. And in Vickers Gothy, honestly, Trader would be a good idea because it's an incredibly rich little town. So we'll get ourselves some light chariots and dogs. That can just help us finish off the lovely guard for that area. Elsewhere, of course, the Empire's looking fairly solid. Bedivere over here probably does need a bit of investment into it. definitely go and get ourselves the weaponsmith for the heavy chariots. These guys can get retrained. And to be honest, let's just get us a couple of war bands just to hold it. That way we can start sending out these other units. As for what we've got here, the slingers, proven so to speak, utterly useless. We know this army is going to be attacked. Honestly, though, I'm not worried about it. We seem to be able to hold off every attack going. Bit of an experience boost for you. I think most of our good era of agents have seemed to died away. Yeah, we've only got a couple young lads at this point. But to be honest, there aren't an awful lot of assassins running around. This is like a barbarian invasion. So we're kind of okay on that particular front. Quintus Adrianus over here. Look at this. They've just got ridiculous amounts of retinue and traits on these guys. Absolutely mad. I think they've probably got all the academies and scriptoriums built up. Obviously, I've given myself the academies, but scriptoriums, yes, we've got ourselves those with the Romans. We can steal them from ourselves. I have actually added on public order bonuses to those in case you haven't noticed. I just thought that kind of made sense a little bit, so we've got that there. These ships, finish them off, 10 of them left. We should be able to win that. They have been sunk. Lovely stuff. Right, you go and flee up to the north. We do have some more boats over here. I do want to keep on pumping out just a couple more. I think we're very close though to becoming dominant over the Romans. Hopefully Spain are going to stay chill with us. They seem quite happy for now. Oh, they've got bull warriors. Lovely stuff. 14, 18, 13. They are very nice, except around good stamina. Sadly, they do take 2 turns, of course, but I like them, not too bad. I must say, though, as Spain, you have to use war dogs. It's the only way you can make it work. Their army is just, yeah, the bull warriors are good. They've got the long shield cav, but yeah, just they are lacking in missiles. No archers, much like Carthage. They don't have the elephants that Carthage have, all the sacred bands. So yeah, with Spain, it is literally just using war dogs, which isn't exactly unique to them, but it does work eventually. So over here, Aurelian is going to have to sally forth. We can clear them out. I'm just going to leave this guy to do his best in terms of being a support army. I'm going to let the AI actually control it. God knows that they're obviously going to this time give me control of the army because I don't want it, but we'll see how it goes. In this battle we go, and good old Ptolemy Aliadeus over here. So well named, of course, but being in the wars, nothing much else about him. Yeah, +3 command. So he's okay, but he's nothing particularly spectacular. Of course, Urian over here is much stronger than him. I'm not convinced though about this force right now. They're a bit, yeah, they've been struggling. So we'll see how the Sunny does. If we have a proper look at the army though, we can see we could already see 4 units of Ferris Bowmen. They need to go down. Only 2 guard though, so that's better than hoped for. But yeah, those missing war elephants, how are we going to kill those? As I said, on my rebel campaign, my javelins did the job, but we're lacking arrows for fire arrows. We don't have pigs, and I have very little in terms of javelins at all in this force. So they can be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. We're just going to hope that they break and start going amok among their troops. That would be glorious. Let's head in. We're moving our line forward quite quickly at this point, just to try and get into position. They are slowly approaching that army. I'm honestly not very confident about them not getting themselves killed, but we'll have to see. We need to be very careful because of the Ferris Bowmen and of course the elephants over here. So I reckon the best plan at this point is get a charge in on these guys. To be honest, I'm just going to start running in on these Ferris Bowmen. I think that's going to be a sensible plan. Hoplite, get yourself into a wide-ish position over here, and you can come and help us out. Head herders, come and throw into these chaps. That'd be magnificent. Libyans, if you can throw into those chaps, I'd be very happy indeed. And druids need to start calling out on those chaps. Good. We've got a break over on that flank. It's a good way to get us started. Hit these guys, hit them, hit them, hit them. And their elephants are getting distracted that direction. That is good. We've actually got some breaks there. Our chariots are doing good work indeed. Druids, get your chant going. Looks like we're piling our cavalry into them. That is what we want to see. Good. Head herders, throw in. Where my javelin men That will do. Just don't worry about the elephants anymore. Just throw in to their Pharaoh's guards. They can do some good damage to them. Head hurlers are lobbing in whatever they've got. These cav are... I don't even know anymore. Elephants are coming in! Right, all the infantry, just try and deal with them. I probably need, yeah, these guys to just do what they can in this sort of a direction. So, get in there. Bedouin archers, they've gone slightly insane. Right, their elephants are coming through us. And we just got to hope that nothing too wrong happens for us right now. General, get yourself back here. We've won that flank. Our second army has done its work. I need to go and get my peasants in to help out. Chosen swordsmen, I need the extra lads over in this direction. My general, come in and join their general. I imagine we're completely melting over here with regards to the elephants here. The elephants just torn us to shreds. I was hoping enough of my men there could have done something, but actually they completely collapsed. So that's a little bit annoying, but reinforcements are coming in. Reinforcements are coming in, and that means that they are starting to get trapped. And I'm not sure they're going to like that. Right, here comes a completely suicidal charge from their our allied general, so I guess we better go do the same over here. Our phalanx is just holding their phalanxes while the head hurlers do their job. Elephants are doing all sorts of nonsense. Don't really know what they're doing. The Nile Spearmen. How are those Nile Spearmen still fighting? Well, the allied general is gone. That's not surprising. At this point, are you wavering? You're wavering. You're going, which is hilarious. Honestly, lads, I think you might just want to pull into the city at this point, because this hasn't gone very well after the gloriousness of the last battle. Yeah, that's a little bit embarrassing. All we have to do is charge the back of some Nile Spearmen. Utterly ridiculous that they failed to do that, but there we go. Bedouins, just try and hit these guys in the flank. That'll be fine. They have gone amok, which is good, but a bit late. Yeah, just hit those Pharaoh's bowmen, please. Just cover our retreat. Everyone else, just try and get back into the city at this point, please. That'll be absolutely fine. Just get back inside and we'll just see what happens with the rest of this force, because our allies are here. They're going to do something. To be honest, actually, I'm not about to do something yet. So go and get these guys here. Any infantry we've still got apart from them, you pull up behind. It's just the peasants, of course. And all my cav, any of you that remain, come back out. Fine. We're going to do something, ladies and gents. We're going to do something. There's a couple elephants still going. Those mercenary elephants are just demonic. We can't do anything about them. Druids are hunting down the elephants. They need themselves a lovely sacrifice. But as ever, it's the Libyans who... oh, they've been killed. It's the Libyans who do the job. They know how to take them out. I love the couple Cretan archers on top, or at least it's the same... it's the same bit of artwork anyway. At this stage, I'm pretty sure their bowmen have run out of arrows because they're no longer shooting us down. We, however, have run out of, what, lifeblood, frankly? We have nothing left. I don't really know what the plan is. Oh no, they do still have some missiles, which is not good news at all. So, let's just try and get people around one flank and make it work. These are all my reinforcements who apparently just want to hang out at the edge of the town at this point. So we're going to run over here, see if we can get around them, see if we can tease something out of them. Chosen swordsmen over there are exhausted. Get our druids to start doing a chant. Yeah! Everyone into their general. See if we can get that general of theirs. It's just peasants at this point, but whatever. We'll see what we can do. And good news, we can try and get a flank in on some of these guys. We are fleeing. Well done, lads. You've managed to make everyone run away. It's just what we didn't want to happen. General, charge in! Charge in, sir! Blow the horn of destiny! And pull out. Didn't get himself killed, somehow. Somehow he didn't die. I think we definitely need to be retreating at this point, don't we? Yeah, this isn't going to work at all, is it? No, it's not. Everyone, I think we just need to flee back into the city and get some reinforcements in. All units, flee into the city. General's got in. That's the main thing. His brother's dead, but his brother's always a complete buffoon. Yeah, to be honest, peasants, you should probably be fleeing as well. I think we'll leave it for now and let them get on with the siege. I'm not sure what our reinforcements are doing. They're pretty much dead as well as us, but 58 to 59 even. Yeah, but I just don't have the right kind of troops to be able to do this at this point. Time for one suicidal charge here by everyone we just about have. Come on, just get in, attack them, do something special, please. Everyone just charge in, apart from you, General. You hold back. Just see if we can do some more damage to these guys. How are they fresh? We've been fighting forever. Ridiculous. Well, the Chosen Swordsmen should be able to do an okay job, but they're not going to fight for very long. It'd be really helpful if my allies would actually bother fighting, but they're just kind of hanging around at the edge of the town. It's really not helping as far as this all goes. Yeah, their generals come forward at this point, but it looks like some of the AI reinforcements are at least coming this general direction, which is something, I guess. Apparently I can't quit, which is not great. I think the problem is that there's one unit that's decided not to enter the battlefield. So the game doesn't think we've got all our units in the town, which we absolutely do, of course. So, particularly impressed by that. Does that mean we should do one suicide charge? Probably not, because we've got nothing to give, frankly. But I guess we could. Guess we could try. One more suicide charge. One final charge. That Numidian didn't do very well at all. Yeah, we're just going to try and get anyone we can. Those guys completely failed their little charge there. Honestly, just any damage we can do at this point, I guess, is what we're going to take. So they are charging in on us. No, the general's given up, which is a shame, but there's nothing really we can do. It says we're going to lose the battle, but it wouldn't let us sally properly and get back into the city, which is frankly irritating. So technically it's given us a draw here, which is yes, interesting for sure, but I don't really know why the game wasn't letting us escape. So there we are, heroic death for Kunfoir the Fool. Honestly, it looks like we're going to have to send anything and everything we can over here to come and help us out, because we don't really have very much to come and defend the town. Could we actually defend against an assault? No, probably not, but we'll see about that. If they want to come and attack the town, they maybe have a chance. Maybe we need to be sending this army in a different direction, actually, Thomas. Yeah, I think that might be the case. So if this army wants to grab themselves the boat, we'll head over here. Sir, I know you've always been on this island and you're getting on, but I need you to come and take your men elsewhere. So on to there, that'll be absolutely fine. How are we going to keep this place from rebelling? I do not know. You're supposed to get on the boat anyway. That probably doesn't help the matter. Actually, it might have actually helped. But there we go. Fine, get on the boat as well. We actually have almost a full stack there. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Send the spy with you. How are we going to keep this place under wraps? Do we have with you, sir, any troops you can hire? One unit of hoplites. Honestly, that's not going to make the world of difference. What I could potentially do, though, is keep the odd unit in here. But to be honest, I don't think it's going to help. Don't think that's going to help us at all. We'll just have to let a turn or two of riots go on there. But this army is definitely going to have to come down and help us out at this point. It'll take them a few turns to get there. So I'm going to have to scrap the heavy chariots here. Just go for the swordsmen that we can currently afford. Now, if they want to attack, I think, honestly, we're going to have to get as much as we can mustered together. So we are going to do that. As I said, we're going to get rid of that on the list there. Thank you very much. We can actually afford the Chosen Swordsman then. So we'll get that one. We'll go send the Libyans over there to help. Honestly, anything we've got might well be what we need to use at this point. He barely survived that battle. He hasn't really gained any bad traits for it, which is nice. But there we go. Okay, we'll end it there because it's been a bit of a dragged out ending with that particular affair. We have taken Rome, ladies and gentlemen. We have taken Rome. Arthur the Cunning. Ah, magnificent. And this, of course, is the new town of Arthur. There is no other way that we can really call it. So, marvellous stuff. Arthur the Cunning has taken Rome. Magnificent stuff. We've certainly had the victory. The wind pulled out our sails a little bit there by the fights in Egypt. They are really awkward for our armies to take on, and those elephants did not help. They completely tore us to shreds. I took the chance on us breaking them, and we didn't manage to do it. So, we'll see how that all goes next time. But for now, let us just revel in the glory that is the defeat of Rome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Thomas, this is Nerds to Human, and this has been our King Arthur the Campaign. Thank you, and goodbye.
Death and violence will come to you.
This is a beautiful, beautiful town, by the way, guys. Let's go and smash it up.
Dum tum ti 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 ti.
How did you die? What is happening to my men? Steve! He was the one man who tried!